Welcome to the Deeper Thinking podcast, where we explore the intersections of technology, philosophy, and culture, diving into the complex stories that shape our world. Today, we're looking at the fascinating yet unsettling story of AlphaFold, a revolutionary AI developed by DeepMind that has cracked one of biology's greatest puzzles, predicting protein structures. But as we peel back the layers of this breakthrough, we uncover a much older narrative, one that spans alchemy, utopian dreams, and the eternal human quest for control. How did we algorithms shape the very building blocks of life? What are the hidden costs of our pursuit to master biology? And in our race toward progress, what might we be sacrificing along the way? Join us as we explore these questions in this essay, weaving together history, culture, and philosophy to confront the deeper implications of our newest technological triumph. The pursuit of control over nature is a tale as old as civilization, one that has taken many forms. From the mystics of ancient alchemy to today's AI pioneers, humanity's desire to tame and manipulate the world around us remains a constant thread. The 2024 Nobel Prize in Chemistry, awarded to Demis, Hassabis and John Jumper for their work on AlphaFold signals yet another chapter in this narrative. Their achievement, a digital oracle capable of predicting protein structures, embodies the modern version of an ancient dream, to decode, predict, and ultimately control the forces that shape life itself. The alchemists of the Middle Ages, Paracelsus among them, sought not only to turn base metals into gold, but to uncover the hidden secrets of matter. This yearning for mastery over the material world is not so different from today's ambitions. AlphaFold's ability to predict protein structures seems like the ultimate transmutation, turning information into power over biological processes. The philosopher's stone may remain a myth, but today's scientists carry forward the alchemist's hope of unraveling nature's mysteries, not with incantations, but with code. Centuries later, Gregor Mendel's orderly rows of pea plants represented another shift in the quest for control, moving from mystical to empirical. Mendel's experiments seemed almost quaint in their simplicity, but they birthed an entire field of science. His quiet attempts to map heredity now serve as the blueprint for geneticists who look to manipulate, not just understand, the genetic codes that dictate life. Mendel paved the way for our current era, where AlphaFold pushes Mendelian principles to the next logical conclusion. If we can predict the building blocks of life, can we not also rewrite them? And yet this sense of mastery has often been deceptive. When Watson and Crick revealed the double helix structure of DNA in the 1950s, they unlocked the door to genetic manipulation. But each step closer to understanding seems to open a new Pandora's box. We build, we strive, we reach higher, and even as we map the blueprint, new mysteries emerge. AlphaFold may feel like the key to nature's deepest vault, but one must ask, what awaits us inside? Our utopian visions drive us ever forward. The promise of AlphaFold is tantalizing, hinting at a future free from disease, where biology bends seamlessly to our will. But history has shown us that the brightest dreams can cast the longest shadows. The green revolution of the mid-20th century once promised to eradicate hunger by boosting food production with new technologies. And it did, for a time. Yet, this bounty came at a steep price. Poisoned soil, polluted rivers, and a chasm between those who benefited and those who did not. Technology solves one problem only to sow the seeds of another. AlphaFold's potential to transform medicine and agriculture seems revolutionary. Imagine a world where proteins can be custom designed to neutralize diseases before they arise. Yet what if this dream, like the Green Revolution, has hidden costs? The Human Genome Project, another grand vision, aimed to unlock every gene in our DNA with the promise of bespoke treatments and cures. But reality did not match the dream. Though it expanded our understanding, it also exposed the limits of our control. For every gene we deciphered, new ethical dilemmas emerged about privacy, accessibility, and the unsettling power to modify life at will. Aldous Huxley's Brave New World lingers over these questions like a dark cloud. In Huxley's imagined society, control over biology has created a utopia, but only for some. The price is the loss of individuality and freedom, as human lives are engineered to fit predetermined roles. AlphaFold, in its promise of precision, teeters on the edge of a similar precipice. If we can design proteins and by extension control human biology, what might we lose in the process? Are we building our own brave new world? And if so, who decides what gets left behind? The promises of technology are bright and alluring, yet they often mask hidden traps. As AlphaFold illuminates new possibilities, one wonders if it also casts shadows we have yet to see. The utopian dream is vivid, but its complexities and potential pitfalls are waiting in the wings. The line between the digital and the biological is blurring. We now live in a world where bits and bytes dictate the very essence of life. CRISPR, for example, brought the precision of digital code to the chaotic realm of genetics, enabling us to edit DNA as if it were text in a word processor. With AlphaFold, we take another step toward this convergence, using algorithms to predict and manipulate proteins with the same precision that we apply to pixels on a screen. Are we inching toward a world where biology is as programmable as software? In 2016, AlphaGo's defeat of a human Go champion marked a milestone. AI had conquered a realm that once required human intuition. AlphaFold carries this trend into the heart of biological reality. But unlike a game of Go, proteins are not abstract patterns on a board. They are the very building blocks of life. What does it mean when algorithms can predict them, perhaps even more accurately than our own minds can? As the digital and biological realms merge, we begin to lose our footing. In a world where the line between artificial intelligence and organic life dissolves, where do humans fit? This erosion of boundaries is captured in the film Ex Machina, where AI is no longer a tool but a sentient being. The film's unsettling questions about autonomy and identity echo our own unease as we hand over control to machines. With AlphaFold, we may not be creating consciousness, but we are allowing algorithms to chart the pathways of life itself. The physical and the digital are becoming indistinguishable, and we find ourselves in a new kind of existential dilemma. As the tools of prediction and manipulation advance, so does the sense that we are tiptoeing into unknown terrain, where the line between creator and creation grows ever more ambiguous. For all our triumphs, history has taught us that knowledge does not always yield control. The Tower of Babel, an ancient symbol of ambition, was built on the promise of reaching the heavens. But as the story goes, this ambition was punished, and humanity was left scattered and confused. In our race to master biology, are we too building our own tower? AlphaFold seems to hold the key to nature's secrets, yet there's an unsettling thought that our ambitions may outstrip our wisdom. Predicting proteins is one thing, but understanding the full scope of their roles in the dance of life is another. The shadow of the eugenics movement reminds us of where unchecked ambition can lead. The promise of improving humanity through science turned quickly into a nightmare of prejudice and abuse. Today, we like to think we are more enlightened, yet the drive to control and enhance remains. As we dabble with the building blocks of life, we risk repeating the mistakes of the past. AlphaFold may not carry the same dark intentions, but the ethical minefields are there, lurking beneath the surface. When we talk of manipulating proteins, are we not edging toward a new form of eugenics, albeit with more sophisticated tools? Goethe's Faust offers another perspective on our quest for mastery. Faust's pact with Mephistopheles gave him immense knowledge and power, but at the cost of his soul. In the Faustian bargain of our era, we trade the mysteries of life for the certainties of algorithms, inching closer to a world where humanity may be secondary to the machines that serve us. Are we truly in control, or are we simply participants in a grander game, one whose rules we scarcely understand? Pandora's box is a fitting metaphor for our current path. AlphaFold holds the promise of revealing nature's secrets, yet in opening that box, what else might we unleash? Scientific advancements are rarely linear. They come with twists and surprises that defy prediction. Perhaps we should heed the cautionary tale of Pandora, whose curiosity released untold evils into the world. In our case, it is not demons, but unintended consequences that might slip through the cracks. The proteins we manipulate may not turn on us like creatures in a horror story, but the ripple effects, ethical, ecological, societal, are just as unpredictable. Epistemic humility then becomes essential. Our confidence in tools like AlphaFold is powerful, but it must be tempered with an awareness of our own limits. Proteins are not merely the pieces in a biological puzzle. They are part of an intricate web whose complexities we cannot yet fathom. We may think we understand, but history reminds us that knowledge often comes with a price. The future remains as opaque as ever, and the line between mastery as ever. In the end, AlphaFold is both a beacon and a warning. It represents the culmination of centuries of striving to decode life, but it also raises questions that we may not yet be prepared to answer. The double-edged sword of technology cuts both ways, offering the promise of unparalleled control while slicing through the delicate fabric of the natural world. We build, we strive, we reach higher. And yet, the closer we get to understanding life, the more we realize how fragile our grasp truly is. As we stand on the edge of new knowledge, the ancient tension between what we can know and what we can control persists, an endless loop of ambition and consequence. The story of AlphaFold is not just about proteins, it's a reflection of our deepest hopes and fears, our dreams of mastery, and our nagging suspicion that we may never fully grasp what it means to hold such power. So as we peer into the depths of proteins and atoms, the question remains, are we seeing more clearly or merely distorting the reflection of our own desires? As science unravels the secrets of life, perhaps the most profound mystery is not the structures we reveal, but the intricate web of consequences, unintended and unforeseen, that we weave in the process. The Deeper Thinking podcast invites you to reflect on these complexities, to engage with the paradoxes and tensions that define our quest for control, what lies beyond the veil of our understanding. And as we push further into the unknown, will we be prepared to face what we find? In the end, the search for mastery over nature may be as much about discovering ourselves as it is about unraveling the secrets of the universe.